Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. In today's video, I will be applying these press-on nails that I just made. All of my press-on nails do come with application, removal, and aftercare instructions on the back, in case you were curious. But yeah, these are the press-on nails that I made in my last video with you guys. So if you're interested on how to make them, they're in the video, but today we will be applying them to my nasty little fingers that need some TLC, to be completely honest. But with every purchase of a press-on nail kit, you do get your own little application kit that comes with everything that you'll need, with the exception of a few things which I'll go over, but they're not anything that you need to go out and buy. It's just things around the house that you will probably need. So let's go ahead and go through everything that comes in my application kits, starting with this cute little sticker. It's going to be a random cat sticker because I love cats. And this one's really cute. And of course a little bag to hold everything in. And then you're also going to get these nailable tabs for 1 to 2 day use. It comes with, I believe it's 24 different stickers, but it's in there. But today we're going to be using nail glue. You're also going to get 1 sheet of cleaning wipes. This is basically alcohol wipes that you use to clean your nails. And of course, nail glue. I love this nail glue. It works so well. It's so easy to apply. And this is what we're going to be using today. And then you get a cuticle pusher, so you have one end that is super pointy, and then the other end that is pretty flat and angled. And I'll be showing how to use both ends here. Also, don't look at my nails, they're like super horribly fake tanned. And then also a buffer block. Okay, so that's everything that you get. And the first thing that I'm going to need to do is clip my nails. So obviously most people will have one of these. It doesn't come with it because, again, most people have these in your house. And this is optional, but I'm going to be using some cuticle remover. And another alternative, if you don't have cuticle remover, is warm soapy water. And that's in my instructions as well. So I have already pre-sized these out and made them to fit my nails specifically. So you just want to make sure that there's no gaps on the sides. So I'm going to be clipping my nails, but if you're not going to, just make sure that there's no natural nails that will be showing on either side, if that makes sense at all. So like here I'm trying to show you that with the nails that I have currently, my it's not like a long nail, but longer nails, you won't be able to see it. But if you did, then you will definitely have to cut them down. So here I am just going to take my nail clippers and cut down my nails real quick. And again, this step is completely optional, but I just like having shorter nails when I do press on nails. But if you don't want to clip them down, again, just make sure to file down the sides or even the tips if your natural nails are a little bit longer, to make sure none of those, your natural nail is showing through. But here I am just filing just to get rid of those frayed edges from clipping my nails. So once all of that is done, the next step is going to be removing your cuticles from your nail bed. Again, I'm going to be using a cuticle remover. This is just something I got from the drugstore, just the Sally Hansen cuticle remover. But in my applications, I basically go through saying you can use cuticle remover or soak your nails in warm soapy water for about 10 minutes. But here I'm just going to use a cuticle remover, and all you do is just apply it around your nails, and you're just going to want to follow that side of your nail, so basically the sides of your nail and then that cuticle area, and you're going to want to do that for all 10 nails. And like I said, you're just going to want to wait for about anywhere from 8 to 10 minutes, but just follow the directions on your cuticle remover. And again, if you're using the warm soapy water method, do about 10 minutes soaking in there. And then once that's all done, you're going to take your cuticle remover tip, or cuticle pusher, I don't know why I said cuticle remover, and you're going to use that flat side that looks like a wedge, and you're going to want to scrape off any dead skin. And you will notice pretty immediately that you're going to see some like white flakes come up. And that is just any dead cuticle that is stuck onto your nail bed. And then once you're done with that, another little tip is just to push back that cuticle a little bit further So I like to do this when I'm doing nails in general, whether you're just painting your nails or applying press-ons or doing gel X or whatever. Just push back your cuticles so you have more room to work with on your nail bed, and then also it helps when your nail is growing out. You're not going to see growth immediately after 3 days. You're going to have a little bit more time with it being that nail or polish being close to your cuticle as possible. And here I'm just taking the pointy edge of my cuticle remover and getting out from underneath my nails. And you're going to do this for the rest of your nails, again just scraping off any excess cuticle. And then once you're done with all of that, you're going to want to make sure to wash your hands and your tool very well with warm water and soap, obviously. Don't apply any lotions or cuticle oils or anything, because the purpose of this and to make your nails last as long as possible is to A, have no dead skin on your nails, and B, have your nails completely dry and dehydrated before you add that nail glue. But yeah, here I have washed all of my nails off and the cuticle remover, and I'm going to take that buffer block that came in my nail kit, and there's two sides. There's a grittier side and there's a less grittier side. I personally use the grittier side. I don't know the exact grit of each side, but there's a slightly smoother one. But if your nails are a little bit more damaged, use the smoother feeling side, if that makes sense at all. And you're just going to slightly buff the whole nail bed, making sure to get the sides, the tip, and all the way up to the cuticle. You just really want to make sure that there's no shine left over. And the short and easiest explanation of why this is basically you want something for the nail glue to grip onto. But once that's all done, you're going to want to go ahead and wash your hands one more time. This will be the last time that you wash your hands. And here I am just going to show you how to open up nail glue. This is kind of standard for most nail glues unless it's a brush glue, but you're just going to want to cut off, I would say, about 1 centimeter of the nail glue tip. And you're just going to use any scissors that you have that you don't really care about, just in case it does get nail glue on it. You don't want to cut too far down because you do want to have still a finer tip to it, but you'll know that it's good once you see a hole in the center. If you don't, that means you have to cut off more because you need that hole in there. But once you're done with that, I set that off to the side, and we're just going to go ahead and use that nail cleaning wipe on all of our nails. You will only need the one wipe for all 10 nails, and this is just going to dehydrate all of our nails, making sure there's no oils, dust, debris on it. But just repeat that for all 10 fingers, and once you're done with that, we are ready to glue on our nails. So again, this is the press-on nail set that I had made earlier. I have a whole video up if you're interested on how to make any of these designs, but what we're going to do is we are going to glue them on. And my biggest tip, especially if you're new to press-on nails, you are going to want to glue your first press-on nails onto your dominant hand. So my dominant hand is my right hand. I write with my right hand, so I will be gluing the press-ons onto my right hand first. If you're left-handed, glue them onto your left hand. And you always want to start with your pinky too, and you will see why kind of shortly. But first and foremost, put a dot of the nail glue on to your natural nail. And you're going to use that nail glue tip and spread it around on the sides, around the cuticle area, and around the other side, and also the tip of the nail. It should be completely covered in nail glue, but that shouldn't be spilling onto your skin. It should just be a drop. And you're going to do the same exact thing to your press-on nail as well. So this is my pinky nail, and I put one drop, spread it on the sides, up around the cuticle area, other side, and the nail tip. And once that's done, you are going to take that nail. You can see there's glue on both. And you are going to press it onto your nail, starting at your cuticle area at a 45-degree angle, pressing all the way down to your nail tip. This will decrease any spillage that you might have of nail glue. It won't be spilling out on the sides or your cuticle area, because you don't really want nail glue on your press-on, because it can kind of give it like a matte, bumpy finish. And you're going to want to press down all of the sides. And another tip I have is just to not press super hard on your nails when you're trying to glue them on, because sometimes I feel like it can press most of the glue out. You just want to put light pressure and make sure you're applying it everywhere. And I'm just going to show you one more time how to do it in normal speed before I speed up the rest of the application. But again, you only need one drop on your nail, one drop on your press-on nail, and making sure that you just take the time to spread that around. It's not going to dry immediately. You know, you have probably about a minute to work with it, so don't feel like super rushed about it. You honestly don't want to apply it when it's super wet anyway. You want to give it a few seconds to like air dry a little bit, kind of like eyelash glue. If you're used to applying fake eyelashes, you don't want to glue it on or put the glue on and then apply it immediately. But here you can really see that 45-degree angle I was talking about. So pressing that tip at your cuticle at 45-degree angle and pressing down. You don't want to flat press it on your nails. And again, the reason for that is you can cause a lot of spillage to go onto your nails, onto your cuticle, and not only will it ruin your press-on nails, but it can also irritate your surrounding skin, and it can cause a lot of issues. It's kind of normal to have a little bit of like overflow near your nail tip area, like on the other underside of your nails. That's kind of unavoidable. Oh my goodness, I can't speak today. I'm trying, guys. I am so exhausted. But here I'm just showing you I apply them all to my right hand first. And once I'm done applying them to my right hand, I will let them dry for, I would say, about a minute. I just give them that time to rest and fully seal before I start working on the other hand. But I think they look so cute so far. You also just want to make sure that when you're putting them on, you're putting them straight. And I will show you what I mean with my other hand, because I totally messed it up. But I'll show you how to fix it if you apply it and you mess it up. But here I am starting the other hand. This is my left hand. I have been having a lot of trouble with words today, so I apologize if I mispronounce things in this video. It has been a very, very long week for me, but I'll get into that in another video. But yes, so one of the things that I mentioned is you want to apply to your dominant hand first. And the reason for that is if you've ever done your nails on yourself, you will know that when you're working with your dominant hand, it's semi-easy, especially like if you're not really into doing your nails. But as soon as you start using your non-dominant hand, things just start to go downhill, whether you're doing acrylic or what, and nothing seems to be going right at all. And especially if you're going from no length to, this is medium length, it can feel very hard to work with those nails, especially for me. Some people, it feels totally normal and they don't have any issues, but for me, I definitely have a little bit more issue going from super short to super long nails. So for me, it's easier to work with my left hand when I have no nails on it. I hope that makes sense, and I hope that's a good tip for you guys, because I have learned the hard way. I'll start applying on my right hand and everything's going, or I'll start applying on my left hand with my right hand, everything's going hunky-dory, and then as soon as my left hand comes out, I go, oh my goodness, this is like super difficult. And for me, I typically end up making mistakes at that point because I get frustrated, and you can tell at this point of the video that I'm struggling. I mean, it had been quite a while, especially with like recording. But here on my pointer finger, everything was going fine, and then I kind of started noticing that like I was having a little bit of trouble getting it on there. I don't know, something just seemed off. And I kept like looking at it, and I was like, something seems like kind of off about this. And then I realized that the glue had overfilled, which I was like, okay, that's kind of awful. I just applied too much. And then I was looking at it again, and I was like, this is totally crooked. This nail is completely crooked. And I started freaking out because it already started sealing. I mean, you can see I'm like struggling, but it hadn't fully cured yet, so I am like pulling it off. Not quite to the point where it hurts, but it was the tension was getting there. So I quickly realized that like this is super crooked. I need to pull it off like right away. And I did. So if it happens to you, just make sure to pull it off right away before that nail glue dries. I just reapplied it, straightened it out. I didn't apply any more glue because the glue was pretty wet still, but I just made sure to make sure it was straight and I was happy with it. Again, just check your work before you just go, oh, okay, that looks good. You have to look at it from all angles to make sure it's straight. I know I have some crooked fingers, so it's kind of hard to make them look straight, and I just do my best. You can tell my right ring finger is a little crooked, but that's just how I was born, This was my last nail I had to do, and I kind of left it in regular speed because I wanted to show you that even though I have been doing my nails for 20 years at this point, I've done everything from acrylic to gel to press-ons, nail polish. I mean, I've done everything. I still struggle with it, and you just take your time. That's the best I can tell you. Take your time. Don't rush yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. Use what you have. Before you saw me using my, other fingers to hold the nail down, and this time you're seeing me hold down the nail onto the piece of paper with my thumb. You just gotta use with what you have and adapt. It doesn't have to be completely perfect. There's no quick and easy way. Just take your time with it. I think in total the application process for me took about 15 minutes for both hands, but the prep process also took me about 20 minutes because good prep is what makes your nails last the longest. So take your time with that. Just don't rush yourself. Don't think, oh, I'm just gonna slap them on in 2 minutes. That's not the case. If you want them to last, if you want them to look good, take your time and don't rush yourself. So that's a good tip I have, and I should have had for myself. But this is what they look like, and I am so happy. Look at me, I'm fidgeting with this one because I'm so oh my gosh, it looks so bad. But it doesn't. I fixed it. I'm just paranoid, especially with the glue issue. But I got it to work, and I'm happy with it. So that's it. I think I also kind of scuffed it a little bit, but I was able to scrape it off. But just going in all of my nails and pressing it down, making sure it doesn't move, and I'm just gonna let this hand rest for about another minute before I go about my day. Because my other hand is completely dried and set. I don't have to worry about it, but I just don't want to risk it lifting or moving, And definitely don't wash your hands. And when you're done, just take that alcohol wipe or the nail cleaning wipe that you use for your fingers and just go ahead and wipe off that nail glue tip because it will make your glue last a lot longer. You don't want the glue sealing in and you're not able to open it. So that's another little hack I have for you. But yeah, these nails look so good. They look so pretty. I'm so happy with how it came out, the design, the application, and everything. It makes you feel like a girl, and I'm so happy. It just looks so good. But I hope you guys liked this video. Here are my nails outside just for some more natural lighting. I think the lighting's a little bit better than what I have inside, which I plan on fixing soon. But again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video a lot. If you did, then go ahead and give it a thumbs up or subscribe if you aren't already. I do plan on making some more sets as exciting news. I do plan on opening up a website soon so I can sell these online. That was a lot of S's. But once that happens, I will be sure to make an announcement because I know a lot of people have messaged me asking if I am selling these, and unfortunately I don't have a way of selling them online right now, but in the future I do plan on doing that. But again, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.